Listen up, because the court is in session and I am tired of seeing good people get robbed at the dealership by shiny badges and marketing fluff. I am the auto judge and I have spent enough decades under greasy chassis to know where the bodies are buried. Right now there are 3 used pickup trucks sitting on dealer lots that salesmen would trade their lunch money just to get you behind the wheel. These are trucks mechanics quietly buy for themselves while everyone else keeps lighting cash on fire chasing the Toyota or Ford dream. The first one I am about to talk about makes Tacoma prices look like a total mental breakdown. The last one on my list offends traditional truck guys so deeply it should probably come with a government warning label. We are going to make some people very uncomfortable today. Before we dive into these mechanical secrets, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and drop a comment below telling me which truck you think is the biggest ripoff on the market today. Your support keeps this courtroom open. Nissan Frontier. Let us start with the one that might not excite you until you actually understand it. The Nissan Frontier is the automotive equivalent of a hammer. It is not pretty. It does not have wireless internet, mood lighting, or a screen big enough to watch movies, but it just works every single time. And that is exactly why it is criminally cheap. I have been around shops long enough to notice a pattern. When a Tacoma rolls in, there is always a long conversation about expensive parts. When a Frontier rolls in, it is usually just an oil change. That is it. Maybe brakes. End of story. A couple months ago, a 2017 Nissan Frontier showed up with 168,000 miles on it. Original owner, landscaping business. This truck hauled mowers, trailers, mulch, stone, and probably a heavy amount of emotional baggage. The owner asked me what major repairs were coming. I put it on the lift, checked the suspension, scanned it, and looked for leaks. The transmission fluid was still clean. No warning lights, no drama. I told him to keep driving it. He looked disappointed, like I had ruined his only excuse to tell his wife he needed a new truck. Here is why this thing refuses to die. From 2005 to 2021, the Frontier ran the 4.0-liter V6. Naturally aspirated, no turbo, no direct injection carbon nightmares. It uses a timing chain instead of a belt. This engine comes from the legendary Nissan family, the same bloodline as the 350Z. It makes 261 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque. Those are not exciting numbers on paper, but the torque is where it actually matters, like when you are towing something heavier than a jet ski or your ego. The transmission is a 5-speed automatic, not a 10-speed science experiment, and definitely not a CVT that needs a therapist. It is just a torque converter automatic that Nissan refined for nearly 2 decades. It shifts, it cools itself, and it does not panic under load. It is boring in the absolute best possible way. Now, before the comments explode like a cheap radiator, yes, there was an issue on earlier automatic models from 2005 to 2010. We call it the strawberry milkshake of death, where coolant and transmission fluid mix. The fix is well known. If the transmission fluid looks clean and red, you are fine. If it looks like pink medicine, walk away faster than a salesman when you mention your credit score. Let us talk money, because this is where the Frontier becomes insulting to your wallet. A 2018 Nissan Frontier with around 75,000 miles goes for about $16,000 to $19,000. A comparable Tacoma with the same miles costs $27,000 to $31,000. That is a $10,000 gap for a truck that ranks at the top of the reliability list. Yes, above the Tacoma. Let that marinate like a cheap steak. Maintenance costs average around $470 per year. That is less than most people spend on coffee and bad life decisions. Fuel economy is about 17 miles per gallon combined. It is not great, but it is a truck, not a hybrid with a bed. Who should buy this? Anyone who wants a truck that behaves like a tool, not a lifestyle accessory. Contractors, boat owners, and people who keep vehicles until the wheels fall off and then just bolt the wheels back on and keep going. If you want the latest technology and an interior that feels like a spaceship, this is not for you. The interior feels like 2004 because it basically is. But here is the mechanic math. Buy it cheap. Drive it 150,000 miles. Spend maybe $3,000 to $4,000 total on maintenance over that time. That is the kind of math that makes accountants smile and truck bros very angry. Hyundai Santa Cruz. Alright, this is where the comments section starts warming up and the guys with the lifted trucks start clutching their pearls. The Hyundai Santa Cruz is the truck that makes traditional truck guys physically uncomfortable. Not because it is bad, but because it actually works. This is the one people laugh at right before it quietly hits 200,000 miles without asking for permission. Most Americans do not even know this thing exists, and the ones who do usually say, "That is not a real truck." Correct. And neither is the way 90% of people actually use their trucks. About 8 months ago, a guy in his mid-30s came through the shop. He did property management, tool bags, ladders, paint, and a long daily commute. He wanted me to inspect a 2021 Toyota Tacoma with 74,000 miles. The dealer wanted $29,500. I looked at the listing and told him, "You are about to spend 30 grand on a truck that hunts for gears like it is lost in the woods and gets 19 miles per gallon on a good day." He asked what I would buy instead. I pulled up a 2022 Hyundai Santa Cruz Limited with a 2.5-liter turbo and 31,000 miles. The price? $23,800. It had more power, better mileage, a nicer interior, and was $5,700 cheaper. He bought it. 8 months later, he has had 0 repair bills. Not even a check engine light. Here is what nobody tells you about the Santa Cruz. It is built on the same platform as the Hyundai Tucson, which is one of the most reliable compact crossovers in America. Before you roll your eyes, understand this: reliable platforms matter more than tough guy marketing. The base engine is a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder making 191 horsepower. It is paired with a traditional 8-speed automatic. That combo is about as exciting as unflavored oatmeal, which is exactly what you want if you plan to keep it forever. But the fun one is the 2.5-liter turbo. 281 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque. That is more torque than a V6 Tacoma in a truck that weighs about 800 pounds less. It moves. It moves like a teenager seeing a cop car in the rearview mirror. And yes, it uses an 8-speed wet dual-clutch transmission. Cue the internet panic. In reality, this setup has been solid. I haven't seen one fail yet. If you are scared of everything, buy the base engine. If you like having a pulse, buy the turbo. Now, let us talk about why these things rot on dealer lots. It has a unibody construction, a 4-foot 3-inch bed, and a 5,000-pound tow rating. Traditional truck guys hear that and immediately faint. But here is the uncomfortable truth. 90% of truck owners never tow more than 3,500 pounds. They use their trucks to commute, hit the hardware store twice a year, and feel emotionally supported by a tailgate. The Santa Cruz does all of that better than a Tacoma. It rides smoother, it is quieter, and it gets about 25 miles per gallon. Used pricing right now is a total steal. A 2022 Santa Cruz Limited with under 40,000 miles goes for about $23,000 to $27,000. A comparable Tacoma is $31,000 to $35,000. You are saving 10 grand because people do not like the way it looks in their driveway. That is $10,000 you could spend on literally anything else, like a hobby that doesn't involve arguing with strangers on the internet about bed length. Maintenance is cheap because parts are shared with the Tucson. If you are shopping for one, check the underbed trunk storage. If it is full of water or smells like regret, walk away. On turbo models, look for oil leaks around the pipes. If it starts clean, you are good. Who should buy this? Daily drivers who occasionally need a bed. People who want performance without the punishment of a stiff suspension. Who should skip it? If you tow heavy every weekend or if your entire identity depends on strangers recognizing your truck brand at the gas station. The only reason the Santa Cruz is cheap is because truck culture hasn't caught up yet. Honestly, I hope it stays that way so the smart people can keep saving money. Honda Ridgeline. Take a deep breath and settle down, because this is the one that makes grown men cross their arms and say, "Yeah, but that is not a real truck." And every single time, that sentence is followed by a very awkward silence right after they actually drive it. The Honda Ridgeline is hands down the most misunderstood pickup truck in America. It refuses to play the macho game, and truck culture hates it for being smarter than the average bear. About 2 years ago, a retired military guy came into the shop. He was a straight shooter who dealt with New England winters and needed something to haul fishing gear and a small boat. His budget was $28,000. Naturally, he was looking at Tacomas because he had been told that is what men buy. I asked if he had considered a Ridgeline. He told me it looked like a minivan with a birth defect. I did not argue. I just walked him outside and pointed at my head technician's personal truck, a 2017 Honda Ridgeline with 187,000 miles on it. Total repair cost over years of ownership was around $2,400. That included brakes, tires, and one power steering pump. Aside from oil changes, that was it. The military guy bought a 2019 Ridgeline the next week for $23,500. He texted me recently with 112,000 miles on the clock and 0 mechanical issues. His exact words were, "Why does nobody talk about this truck?" Oh, people talk about it, they just do not want to admit they were wrong. The second-generation Ridgeline is a mechanical cheat code. Under the hood is the 3.5-liter V6 engine. This architecture has been around since 1998 and refined for over 25 years. It makes 280 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. It is plenty for daily driving and merging into traffic without feeling like you are pushing a lawnmower uphill. From 2017 to 2020, it used a 6-speed automatic. In 2021, they upgraded to a 9-speed. Both are traditional torque converter automatics. No CVT drama here, just transmissions that wake up every morning and do their job without complaining. Now, let us talk about the thing that triggers the internet. Unibody construction. Yes, it is unibody. No, that does not make it weak. It gives you a lower center of gravity and an independent rear suspension. This means the truck does not hop sideways over bumps like a caffeinated kangaroo. It rides like a luxury SUV rather than a farm tractor. And then there is the bed. It has a flat floor with no wheel wells in the way. A 4x8 sheet of plywood lays flat. Try that in a Tacoma without doing a gymnastics routine. Plus, Honda added a massive lockable, waterproof trunk inside the bed. You can fill it with ice and use it as a cooler or lock your expensive tools in there so they do not grow legs overnight. The tailgate even opens 2 ways, down or sideways, because Honda engineers actually think about how people use things. Let us look at the numbers. A 2019 Ridgeline with 65,000 miles sells for about $22,000 to $26,000. A comparable Tacoma is $31,000 to $36,000. That is a $10,000 gap for a truck that costs less to maintain and rides better. The composite bed does not rust, it does not dent, and it does not need a liner. Who should buy this? People who actually drive every day. Families. Anyone who wants a pickup that does not punish them for owning it. If you tow more than 5,000 pounds or if rock crawling is your entire personality, then skip it. Resale value is the only weakness here, but if you are buying used and keeping it for a decade, that depreciation is just a massive discount for you. Here is my final take. If I had to buy one pickup truck today to drive for the next 10 years with the lowest cost and the highest quality of life, I would buy a Ridgeline without hesitation. I would smile at 250,000 miles and I would not care who laughed at the gas station, because I would be laughing harder at the repair shop I never have to visit. There you have it. The verdict is in, and the evidence is clear. You can keep following the herd and paying a $10,000 premium just to have a specific badge on your grill, or you can be the smartest person in the room. The Nissan Frontier, the Hyundai Santa Cruz, and the Honda Ridgeline are the 3 hidden gems that the market is ignoring, but the experts are buying. They are reliable, they are capable, and most importantly, they leave more money in your pocket for things that actually matter. I have spent my life seeing people go broke trying to look tough in trucks they do not need. Do not be that person. Buy for the life you actually lead, not the commercial you saw on television. If you found this legal counsel helpful and want to stay ahead of the shady deals out there, make sure you subscribe to the Auto Judge right now. Hit that like button so other drivers can find the truth, and drop a comment below letting me know which of these 3 you would put in your driveway. Your support keeps the truth coming. Court is adjourned.